Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to use Google Stitch for UI design. If you want to create app interfaces, website layouts, dashboards, or mobile screens using AI, then this tutorial is going to walk you through the complete process from start to finish. Now over the past few years, AI tools for design have become much more advanced, but most tools still require some level of design experience. You usually need to understand layout systems, spacing, typography, color balance, and component structure before creating something that actually looks professional. That is where Google Stitch becomes very useful. Google Stitch is an AI-powered interface design platform that helps you generate UI concepts simply by describing your idea in text. Instead of building screens manually from scratch, you can explain what type of application or website you want, and the AI will generate layouts, sections, navigation systems, cards, buttons, and complete design flows automatically. This makes it very useful for beginners, developers, startup founders, content creators, and even professional designers who want to speed up their workflow. So first, open your browser and head over to Google Stitch. Once the website opens, click on the Try Now button and sign in using your Google account. After logging in, you'll be brought into the main workspace. Now, when you first enter Google Stitch, the interface may look simple, but there are a lot of powerful features available here. On the left side, you'll usually see your Projects panel. This is where all your saved UI projects will appear. If you're using the platform for the first time, you may instead see sample projects or template examples. In the middle section, you'll see the prompt input area. This is the main part of the platform where you describe the interface you want to create. Under that, you can choose whether you want to generate a mobile app interface, a desktop website, a tablet experience, or a dashboard layout. You may also notice different AI model options depending on your account access. Some versions may offer faster generation while others provide more detailed results. If you are just starting out, the default model works perfectly fine. Before we generate anything, let's talk about prompts, because prompts are one of the most important parts of using Google Stitch correctly. The quality of your design depends heavily on how clearly you describe your idea. A lot of beginners make the mistake of writing prompts that are too short. For example, they might type something like Travel Planner App. While the AI can still generate something, the result will usually feel generic. Instead, you should describe the purpose of the app, the style you want, the features it should include, and the overall visual mood. Inside the prompt box, you can type something like this: create a modern mobile application for travel planning and trip organization. The app should allow users to search destinations, save itineraries, book hotels, track travel budgets, and organize daily schedules. Use a clean and modern design with soft blue and white colors. Include a home dashboard, destination cards, booking sections, travel calendar, profile page, and analytics for trip spending. Make the interface minimal, smooth, and easy to navigate. Now, this type of prompt gives the AI much more detail. It understands the purpose of the application, the design style, the color direction, and the features needed inside the interface. You can either write these prompts yourself or use AI tools like ChatGPT to help generate detailed prompts for Google Stitch. For example, you could ask ChatGPT to create a UI design prompt for a restaurant booking app, a cryptocurrency dashboard, a student management system, a productivity app, or an e-commerce store. Then you simply copy the generated prompt and paste it into Google Stitch. Once your prompt is ready, choose the platform type. In this case, we'll select mobile app design. After that, click Generate. Now Google Stitch will begin processing your request. During this stage, the AI analyzes your prompt and starts building the design structure automatically. You'll notice loading animations while the layouts, components, and design systems are being created. One of the most impressive things about Google Stitch is how quickly it creates organized interfaces. Instead of random elements thrown together, the AI usually builds proper screen hierarchies with navigation bars, content cards, spacing systems, and consistent typography. Once the generation finishes, you'll see the full interface preview appear on your screen. Now, let's go through the generated design carefully. At the top, you may see the app's navigation structure. In our travel planner example, this could include tabs like Home, Trips, Bookings, Budget, and Profile. Below that, you'll likely see destination recommendation cards with images, pricing sections, travel dates, and quick action buttons. You may also see analytics sections showing estimated trip costs, hotel comparisons, or saved destinations. It all depends on the prompt that you give to Stitch. One important thing to understand is that Google Stitch does not just create one isolated screen. In many cases, it creates connected design systems with multiple screens working together. This makes it much easier to build real applications later. Now let's look at customization, because this is where you refine the design into something more professional. To edit a section, simply click on the element you want to change. Once selected, editing options will appear. Depending on the current version of Google Stitch, you may see options for modifying colors, typography, spacing, layout structures, or component styles. For example, if you want a darker interface theme, you can adjust the background palette. Maybe you want the app to use dark navy colors instead of light blue tones. You can modify that directly. You can also change fonts. Maybe the default font feels too corporate or too simple. You can switch to something cleaner and more modern depending on your design style. This is one of the best parts of using AI design tools. Instead of manually rebuilding entire layouts, you simply describe the changes you want. For example, you can type instructions like, make the homepage more premium and luxurious. Add larger destination preview images. Create a more modern navigation bar. Use rounded cards with softer shadows. Improve spacing between sections. Add dark mode support. Now the AI will regenerate parts of the interface based on those instructions. Another very useful feature inside Google Stitch is live iteration. This means you can continuously refine your project while seeing updates happen in real time. This makes the workflow much faster compared to traditional design software where you manually move every single element yourself. This is why the platform is becoming very popular among startups and developers. Instead of spending days creating mockups, you can generate polished concepts within minutes. Now, another feature you should know about is screen variations. Sometimes the first generated version may not match your exact expectations. Instead of deleting everything and starting over, you can generate alternate versions. For example, if you think the dashboard looks too crowded, you can request a cleaner variation. If the mobile interface feels too colorful, you can request a more minimal design. If the typography feels too bold, you can ask for softer modern fonts. The AI will generate updated alternatives while keeping the original project structure. This gives you multiple design directions very quickly. Now let's talk about prototyping because this is another area where Google Stitch becomes very powerful. Once your interface screens are generated, you can preview how users would move through the application. In many cases, the platform allows you to create interactive previews where buttons, navigation systems, and screen transitions can be tested. For example, you can simulate opening a destination page, switching between tabs, or navigating through a checkout process. This helps you understand the user experience before development even begins. If you are working with clients, this is especially useful because you can present realistic UI concepts without building the full app. Now, another thing beginners often struggle with is understanding design systems. Google Stitch helps with that as well. When your interface is generated, the platform often creates a visual structure showing color palettes, typography styles, spacing rules, and reusable components. This means the AI is not just creating random screens. It's building organized systems that maintain consistency across the entire project. For example, all buttons may use the same corner radius, typography sizes may follow a structured hierarchy, and spacing between sections may remain balanced throughout the interface. This makes your designs feel much more professional. Now, let's discuss some prompt tips that can improve your results dramatically. First, always mention the platform type. Say whether you want a mobile app, desktop dashboard, tablet interface, or responsive website. Second, describe the style clearly. Words like minimal, futuristic, premium, modern, elegant, clean, colorful, or corporate help guide the AI. Third, mention the key features you want included. For example, if you're building an e-commerce app, mention product listings, checkout systems, shopping carts, payment sections, and user profiles. Fourth, include color preferences if you have specific branding ideas. And fifth, explain the target audience. For example, a student productivity app should feel different from a luxury banking application. Now, let's move on to exporting your work. Once your design is complete and you are happy with the layout, click the export option. Depending on the available integrations, you may see multiple export formats. Some projects can be exported to design tools like Figma, while others may export as zip packages, component files, or developer-ready structures. This is very useful because it allows designers and developers to continue working on the project outside of Google Stitch. If you are collaborating with a team, you can also share project links so other people can review or edit the design. Now, one thing I recommend is experimenting with different industries and design styles. Don't just build one type of app. Try generating interfaces for food delivery apps, online learning platforms, healthcare dashboards, music streaming apps, smart home controls, booking systems, AI chat applications, and portfolio websites. The more prompts you test, the better you'll understand how the AI interprets design instructions. You'll also learn how to improve prompt quality over time. Now, let's quickly discuss some limitations as well because no AI tool is perfect. Sometimes the generated layouts may need manual refinement. Certain spacing choices, typography combinations, or content placements may not always match professional production standards immediately. You may still need to make adjustments before finalizing a design. Also, AI-generated designs are usually best used as starting points or workflow accelerators rather than finished products. But even with those limitations, Google Stitch dramatically reduces the time needed to go from idea to visual concept. For beginners especially, it removes a lot of the intimidation around UI design because you no longer need years of experience just to create decent layouts. And that is pretty much everything you need to know about using Google Stitch for UI design. As you can see, the platform makes it much easier to turn ideas into professional-looking interfaces using AI. Whether you are creating mobile apps, dashboards, websites, or startup concepts, Google Stitch can save a huge amount of time during the design process. Hopefully, this tutorial helped you understand how the platform works and how you can start building your own AI-generated interfaces today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.